Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in our last video, we have covered some preferences, basic things what we can say, uh, account configuration, enable feature, rename record transaction, define auto-generated number. These things we have covered in our last video. So in the next video, we'll look into that preferences. What is general preferences, printing preferences, email preferences. So when we talk about preferences, so what is it mean? So general preferences in the net sense it's for all the users. General in the master level preferences general preference in the sense if we are making some changes on the basis generally, then it will applicable for all the user, whatever role they are using. So for all the user roles, it will be applicable. So on that backbone level we are making some changes as general preferences and set preferences in the sense user can set up their dashboard and what are the required things. So that will be on the applicable only for user level. Suppose I am the user, so I am using set preferences, so that will be useful only for me, for my role. So general preferences in NetSuite allow administrators to set default settings that apply across the entire account. So that will be based on entire account level, ensuring consistency in user experience and operation. Key configuration area what we need to basic things to do setup we need to change that default date format. So what is the date format? Because some point of time we need to use a date format will be important, because when we are doing any scripting csv upload, then that will be the important things. Important things. What is the time format, like 12 hours or 24 hours? Language and numbering, default language. What will be the number format? So that will be like in the currency format by separating comma or separating dot. Default behavior, use default for drop downs, pre-populate drop down field with comma values. Allow inline editing, lets user edit directly in the list. So on the list level, if you select this checkbox, then user can edit on the list level, view level. Privacy and access. So in the sense, so internal ID useful for integration, record, travel setting, IDs. In the save search, we can pull the internal ID if we select this checkbox as a checked, and we can as well use as in Swift scripting while using script and to try to access that data. So that will be helpful by using so checkbox. So we can get the internal ID, unique internal ID. So by you getting internal ID, we can access this record and we can load in Swift script. So what is the navigation how to reach to that general preferences? Okay, let's see. So set up company. Here we can find general preferences. So in the general preferences, what we can make changes, we can select the date format. We so we are supposed to select here MMDDY, monthly, date, and year. So that will be the long date format. It will show month, then date, then year, complete year. Time format, hours, minute, 24 hours. What will be whatever you want to set up on that account level. So as of now, hours, minute, AM, PM. Number format like separated by comma or separated by decimal. So based on your requirement. Negative number format, how it should be look like. Yeah, it should be like bracket under the bracket, or it should symbol the minus. That number format, what will be the number format based on this? If will what we'll give here, that number will be allowed to write in that format only. First day of the week. So how we are going to start our day? Suppose we are starting from Monday in our country. So just we need to give this as a Monday is will be the starting date. For everyone, what is the search sorting? So that will be the English. US, select the alphabetical order to use for the result for searches that you can run. Alphabetical order specify your NetSuite language setting up, so that will help to understand. So if you want to read the more this explore, then just if you don't need, then just click on the field help. It will be give a definition meaning of that fields. Check this box to include company's primary contact with the billing address on the form and labels. So if you select this checkbox on the billing address, you can find this primary contact. Password policy not recommended, weak. So this is just a demo account. So if we are using a real account as a business account, then we can apply here this field. So what is the minimum length of the password? The password should be minimum password should be 8 digit, and a password will be expire in 90 every 90 days. So this is nothing, just NetSuite user login password. And this timeout. So when ideal time session timeout in the sense in the minute, like when we have logged in NetSuite and we are not using like up to 80 hour 180 minutes. So system will auto log out. So system will be account will be log out if we are not doing any activity, we are not touching that account. So we log in and keep there as add-in. So after 4 hours or 3 hours based on our setup, so now we have set up like 180 minutes. So after 180 minutes system will be logged out, this account will be logged out. So company image, where should we store that image on the general level? So on the image folder, logo and other photo will be page image will be stored. So help link in the customer center, so that on the customer center also it will show the help link. Enable NetSuite guidance and learning. So these are the some checkbox. Just we need to enable the company default partner type, like company or individual, default vendor type company, individual. What is the maximum drop down? So in the drop down, how many numbers and we can how many we can see, like up to 200. So based on our definition, that is like the small things. Overriding preferences, based on that we can select one. So here we can, okay, that's it for this general preferences. Now if we talk about printing and fax preferences, so we'll see that basic setup for printing and fax. So these preferences control how document like invoice, purchase order, packing slips are printed or faxed in NetSuite. So key configuration area, like transaction printing default. So it's a default layout for transaction, standard sales order template. Choose to display internal information like transaction number on printout. Fax preferences, specify default fax cover sheet. Configure the fax sender information like company or contact who are sending the fax to, the organization or customer. Logo and branding, enable company logo and print form. Adjust logo size and placement. So let's navigate to that features. So what is the navigation, like setup company printing and fax preferences. So, what is the best practice? Use branded templates to maintain a professional appearance. Test the alignment and logo size before rolling out updates. So, for example, a retail company customizes its invoice templates to include a seasonal logo for holiday sales. Let's have a look. Printing and fax. So, setup company and printing and fax. So, this is that places where we can review that printing and fax preferences, these features. So when we are selecting this checkbox, so in the sense on the packing slip, we can get that details. Check this box to print a return form. When you print this packing slip, customers can use the return form to ship back and any return for easier process. Where we are selecting these box checks means we are allowing customer to return their packages. Print account number on voucher. So if we are having any voucher policy in the company, so when you are checking this checkbox, that voucher number will account number will be printed in that voucher number to track. Like it's like identification. Yeah, this company belongs to this. This voucher belongs to this company. Yeah, on the PDF level, on the PDF font size will be in default. Like we can change the font size on the company level. Font what will be like, we can define a standard font for email and fax, default check type, voucher, standard. On the if we talk about PDF level, use logo image PDF DPI when printing. What does it mean? So check this box to print logo in PDF at the higher resolution for clarity. So if you'll check that, then image logo will be displayed in the high resolution with clarity. So this and template folder, letter template, PDF template we can use. If we'll select here, then on that PDF template we can use standard template. These are the things like letter cover letters, and this is the standard PDF template. Yeah, just in the and about tag, talk about fix, no fax, send cover page in the sense like if you are using efax, check this box to have a cover page sent. So once you will select that checkbox, so NetSuite will automatically send that cover page with the attachment. Yeah, these are the things. And what is the next? Like email preferences. So in the when I talk about email preferences, what we can cover? Like in the email preferences, NetSuite manage how email are sent to customer from system, ensuring consistency in communication with customers, vendors, employee. Key configuration is like email sender will be default. Set the default from email address. For example, suite stream that is our company. That will be our company name. So the default sender will be like suitestream.com. That will be the sender. Specify the default reply to email address. Email signature. Add custom signature for transaction email. Include HTML formatting for branding purpose. Customer email preferences. Choose whether to send email copies to customer for transaction. Enable email notification for specific events like order confirmation, payment receipt. If applicable, we can use SMTP settings, configure outbound email service for advanced email handling. That's navigation, setup company, email preferences, configure default email address, signature, notification option, and click share. So if you talk about best practices, use a generic yet identifiable email address for transaction. For example, invoice. So invoice at the rate sweetstream.com. Regularly update email signature with current branding and promotional offers. Use cases: software company adds a footer to all transaction email promoting its latest product update. So okay, let's walk through the NetSuite. So company, setup company, email preferences, remove email addresses from one's email address list. So in the set in the NetSuite, like there you have a list. So if there any bounced emails are not working, not triggered, then that will be added in that list. So we can set up here. So when we need to allow the NetSuite to delete those bounced emails. So here 90 days after it, 3 months it will be auto delete from that bounced email list. On the transaction, send to all administrator that email notification. Check this box to have a copy of your transaction email to your administrator. So, in the sense like whenever we are sending any invoice, so administrator also receive on email copy email from email address. So you need to define your from email address from the email form. Suppose a standard transaction email template. So we need to give that will be with our company written email or anything. Subsidiary written email, user email. So user email in the sense who will be the current user. I'm the current user. So my employer, what are the email address defined on my employer record? That will be the user email. And use pop-up for main transaction email button. So check this box if you want to view and modify the email you send when you click on the email button while viewing a transaction with this preferences enabled. When you click this email button on the transaction, an email form opens allowing you to modify. Yes. So when we are selecting this checkbox and we are using any transaction like invoice, we can see that pop-up form. It's a bit slow, it's taking some time to load. So here we can use a standard template or template folder. This other template folder we can use email domain, sandbox and release review. Now these are the features we can use. Send email to logged in user, send email to logged in user. So all the email address will be separated by comma by default. So when we talk about that, so email, so when we'll allow that checkbox and we'll click here, so that page will be populated to review. So once it will, in the sense, it will allow to modify. Yeah. So based on that, we can review, and we can, if we are saying anything find wrong, then we can make changes and we can add and merge and send. So it will went to that current email address. I think I hope we have covered the chapter number two, preferences. In the chapter number three, upcoming videos, we'll see a standard role, permission, custom role, and what is the so role differences. I hope this was completed. So on the next video, we'll cover this chapter number three, role overview. So till the time, please subscribe the channel and hit the press icon button, bell icon button, and please like and add your comments. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good day.